Hey, what's going on, everyone? And welcome back to another great epic episode of Just My Opinion Reviews. Guys, me and my homie, we are back. We are talking Peacock Fight Night, the $1 Million Heist, Season 1, Episode 1, titled Round 1, The Ballad of Chicken Man. Guys, the first 3 episodes are available on Peacock right now, and so go ahead and check that out if you are interested. We're just going to be talking about episode 1 right here, but it's going to be spoiler filled. We're going to talk up, down, left, right, in, and out as if you've already seen the episode. So if you don't want to be spoiled, turn away right now. This is your warning. And as you can see, I got my home slice over here, Miss Tyra with Struggle Reviews TV. How are you doing today, ma'am? How are you doing?
I'm awesome. I'm happy to be here. I'm ready to get into this chicken man.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Now, Tyra, when I first saw this show, when I saw the trailer on Instagram, and as soon as I don't even think the trailer finished premiering on my timeline, I was like, oh, I'm watching this. I'm tuning in. This has everybody and their mama in it. Don Cheadle, Samuel Jackson, Terrence Howard, Taraji P. Henson. Are you serious? Nothing but A-list, B-list, C-list, all throughout the alphabet of these stars. I knew I was in for a good treat. And at the time of this recording, I've only seen episode 1, so I don't even know how good 2, 3, and all the way to 8 is. If you watched ahead, let me know. But I feel like they packed so much into this already. In the first episode, we got to know all the characters, good, bad, and in the middle, both sides of their life, because a few people are living double lives, and it's just crazy how they manage all that. And with this being based on a true story of this robbery, the ending of it ends with the kick though. And I just didn't think that was going to pop off to episode 5. So I'm loving the show. If it wasn't obvious so far, just after 1 episode, I feel like it's really taking its time. This really feels like a true period piece. All of my expectations right now are being met as far as this show is concerned. Where are you at on that? First impressions, what you was looking forward to, all that good stuff.
As soon as we see Black people, we going. Yeah. It's one thing to see a few Black people, but just so many familiar, like all-star Black faces, like Don Cheadle. You'll put Terrence Howard and Taraji and Kevin Hart and all of these beloved people together. I love it. It looks like a budget was behind the show. I love when we have a period piece and it literally looks like the time that it's supposed to be. I love that. I love this first episode, and I'm intrigued to see what's going to happen moving forward, because when it's called something like Fight Night or the $1 Million Heist, it seems like everything is going to be all taking place that one night. So I'm curious to see how they're going to stretch it out to an episodic situation. Because when I first saw the trailer, I assumed this was a film. I was like, oh, this is a show. I'm interested.
Yeah. I thought it was a film too, but it is a show. And that's one of the things I'm interested in, is how they're going to stretch this out. Because like I said, we got so much in episode 1, and this is going to be 8 episodes. And then mind you, how it started off. Samuel Jackson seemed like he was borrowing his own script from Pulp Fiction, testify, you do believe in God. And I'm just like, wow. And another thing about Samuel Jackson is he's fantastic. He's the GOAT. One of the greatest of all times. Nobody will ever, I want to say surpass him. He gonna be up there forever, But one slight criticism, but it don't even really bother me about Samuel L. is sometimes it can seem like he's playing the same role over and over, or it's not a character, it's just Samuel Jackson in costume. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And that's not a bad thing, because Samuel Jackson is great. But I feel different here. Like I was... I couldn't find him behind some of the makeup and the wardrobe. He was real quiet when Kevin Hart's character introduced him to the young lady, that he went and gave her the cigarettes. It was just a different Samuel Jackson I've seen before. That's something I really do appreciate. And so I'm all for this. Now, the director, Craig Brewer, are you familiar with him at all? No. I was a bit skeptical at first, but then when I looked at his filmography, I was like, okay, this gentleman is not that bad. He also did Coming to America. Do you remember that film, the sequel? Yes. And that was not good at all. I didn't like it. This is what the gentleman looks like right here. Also, if we look at his filmography, you know, he did Dolomite Is My Name, which was fantastic. So how do you do Dolomite Is My Name, which is like a masterpiece, but then you come back and do Coming to America? You know, I don't know. He also did Footloose that came out, the remake that came out over 10 years ago, which I did like, but you know, I just kind of had to give this dude some credit right here because I think he did a great job in this first episode. Do you have any favorite characters, anything like that so far, or anybody that stood out to you?
I mean, everybody's standing out. I'm gonna be biased with Kevin just because he's our lead, and I'm really trying to get into Gordon in his double life that he's living. I'm expecting more because normally when you see Taraji, she's taking center stage. So the fact that she's a little subdued as a character to me, we're not seeing her as much. But the fine lady, she didn't even do nothing. She was just fine. Maxine is fine. I just want to see her because she's fine. I don't know who that is. That's the one character I actually went to look up because I wasn't familiar with her. But I was like, oh Lord, she thick as hell. Let me go see who this woman is.
Yeah, she is. There's a lot of supporting characters and actors that I know were a part of this that I'm looking forward to popping up at some point in this show. Also, it was on social media. I guess we have the question answered on why Terrence Howard was showing up randomly with that wig on a number of months ago. I don't know if you saw that, but I was wondering just like, okay, Terrence Howard, why are you showing up with this wig on, this hairpiece? You know, you look kind of silly, but that's being answered right here. The life, you know, Terrence Howard's character is not playing around. Apparently his name is Cadillac Richie. And if you owe him some money or some type of product or something like that, I don't know. I think he has a blade in that cane. You know, that was pretty violent when Kevin Hart dropped him off. Him and Samuel Jackson was waiting in the car. But the other driver inside, you know, I don't think I've ever seen Terrence Howard play anything like that before either. And I think he's doing a good job to me. How you feeling about all that?
He's fine. I feel like I've seen Terrence be a henchman before. I think it was way back when Players Club came out. So it's giving me Players Club vibe. Just being, you know, the side man to the main dude. But I'm really actually interested in the muscle. I was like, who is this big black man? He looked like a Marvel hero. I don't know who that man is, but they need to put him in something. I'm really interested to see him do some work and some damage in this film.
Yeah, I think his name is Lamar. Are you talking about this gentleman right here to the far right of the screen, Michael James Shaw? Is that him?
Yeah. Yes, it looked like damage.
Yeah. I like everybody in this, and I'm kind of like this just snuck up on me. I didn't know this was coming out until it's like a couple of months ago. You know, usually my ear is to the streets. You know, being able to find, hey, okay, this is going into production, they're casting right now with all these black people. I'm just kind of surprised. So whether it was on purpose or accident, you know, they kept it on the hush hush. You know, but maybe that was for the benefit. But how do you feel about Kevin Hart's character? I like him. I like him. He has two women, Vivian, Taraji P. Henson, and Faith. Faith. And I like both of them. They both serve him well. And I don't know how do you think that Vivian knows about his wife and kids at home? Or do you think that I know that the wife and kids at home don't know nothing about Viv. But do you think that Viv knows about the wife and kids at home? What do you think?
I think with the type of women that they are, that they seem to be, I think they both know about each other. They probably never seen each other. I think the goody two shoes stay at home Christian wife, she definitely knows. And Taraji, Vivian, aka Cookie Lyons here, she is playing her role. I think she knows what it is. Gordon is living a double life, and they contribute to both as long as they stay separate. Now, it'll be interesting because the aspect of a double life means that we are anticipating these women meeting or him being busted. So I look forward to that. But I think both of them know exactly what's going on and who they're dealing with, and they play their parts, especially the wife. She's not crazy.
I don't know. I'm with you. I'm 50-50. I'm with you as far as, you know, Vivian, Taraji P. Henson knowing about the wife and kids at home, but I don't think it's the other way around. You know, because she said she was like, I don't ask for much as long as you give us a decent life. You know, make sure the lights are on. You know, can we go on vacation a few times a year? Bring home the bacon. You don't think it matters?
That's the giveaway. That's that stereotypical, long as I don't care what you do, just don't break it to my house. Long as I don't care what you do, long as you come in here at a decent time. She know Chicken Man is as hype as he is on the street, from numbers to everything he might have his hands in. That lady know what's going on. She been married to that man for quite some time. She crazy.
Okay. Y'all let us know what y'all think down below in that comment section. One of the characters, they did not do a bad job. They didn't do a bad job. I think they did a decent job, but I'm not in love with the character either. I just think that was a bit miscast. Who am I talking about?
Muhammad Ali.
Yes. I mean, it's not. Terrible. It doesn't. It's terrible.
When I saw him, I was like, much respect to that gentleman, but it was giving me Bokeem Woodbine trying to be Muhammad Ali. I was like, man, hopefully we don't got to see this man all that much, because I can tell he's trying to get that the mannerisms down and give us the tempo of Muhammad Ali. I was like, this is the smallest Muhammad I'd ever seen. It's not giving Cassius. It's not taking me there. It took me completely out of the episode.
Really?
Yes.
Wow. I it didn't take me out of the episode, but I just wasn't in love with it. You know what I'm saying? So they could have done better. We can say that.
Everybody else was so great. So I was just like, whoa, like who decided that casting choice? That was interesting.
So out of all the people that have ever played Muhammad Ali in television and film, is this gentleman the worst?
Oh, but he's at the bottom.
Really?
And I'm not even saying it's just something about it that was just I couldn't connect with it, and I see that, and he's not a bad actor, and I see he's trying, but I just couldn't connect with the young man. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I have to agree. I don't think it was just trash, but I wasn't in love with it. They could have did a better job there. What's weird is when I was watching him, I was just kind of saying to myself, why isn't Will Smith playing this? Where is he? Like, it's just that easy, so he can just come in and fulfill the role. So
the young man who played him in I think it was One Night in Miami, I was like, I think it's another guy who plays Muhammad Ali currently in Godfather of Harlem. There were people to call. Okay.
Wow. There were people. Okay, I got you. Y'all let us know what y'all think about the casting of Muhammad Ali. It could have been better. It could have been better. But one of the things I do like about the aspect of Muhammad Ali is the different perspective of how the general public sees him or views him, which he was not liked. They were trying to swing on him left and right, shoot him, stab him. I didn't know it was that serious. I'm not a Muhammad Ali expert, and rest in peace, my guy. But when growing up, the lens that I always knew Muhammad Ali was he was our hero. Everybody loved him. He was brave. He was courageous for standing up against the American government and just be like, I don't want to go fight in Vietnam. They didn't do nothing to me. I'm not finna do nothing to them. I just thought he was revered by, most people. So I just don't mean to sound ignorant, but this is the first time to where I saw the opposite side of that, in this show, to where he's afraid for his life. He's nervous. I've never seen that before. And like we both agree, it could have come from a better performance from Muhammad Ali, but it is something that I did appreciate. Am I alone in that, or do you kind of feel the same way?
No, I like it. I was aware of it, but it's nice to see it depicted, because we always see him as kind of this impenetrable, invincible figure. So it's nice to see that he did face. Even though we know he faced them, it's just nice to see them put to screen, because we rarely see that, or even just focus so much outside of the Muhammad Ali film, his outside experiences. We normally just stay in the ring, in the boxing, in the training. So it was nice to see that everybody did not love him. We know it, but it's nice to see, because some people don't know.
Yeah. Now, all of these episodes are 55 minutes to an hour. Like I said, I think this is my third time seeing it, how they fit so much into the episode and move quick. I love a good montage, Tyra. I do. I think we got a good 3 montages in this episode. In one episode, the first one, we're just kind of showing us the life of Chicken Man and how he runs around and runs numbers and bets, how he hustles, how he survives. Another one was when he was on the phone with Silky, getting all the phone numbers and the contact information to all of the bosses across the nation. I enjoyed that too. There was another one, but I forgot about it. And please excuse me. You can help me if you do remember. But just that structure, just that layout, I liked it. That's just, And to me, that just comes from the director, Mr. Craig Brewer, because there's so many different ways to tell a story. This was a good one right here. This was. Yeah. And going back to Kevin Hart, I really do believe in him. I think he's going to succeed. I like his demeanor and how passionate he is about his dream. He hasn't tried to sell this to two women, Taraji and, Vivian and Faye. And they both believed him. Your man got game. And he's short too, guys. Hey, if you're short, you can still pull. Kevin Hart is a walking testament to that. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm pretty sure Tyra likes some short men too. But no, the way he came across to his women was one way, but when he was, think about this. You show up at a woman's hotel room unannounced. She don't know you. You give her cigarettes, but she trusts you well enough to be like, you know what? I'm going to drop everything what I'm doing. I'll see you in 30 minutes at 8:00. And she coming down, not in a bathrobe. She looking good. And also just the way that he was the man, like, hey, anything you need, this is my city. I got you. Just let me know. I'm going to cater to you. And he's not bootlicking. He's not, he's being a professional, and so I really do like that, his character. And it really sucks because I know he's going to get blamed for this robbery. And I think we know who it is, Tara, because at the very beginning, he came and did the interception and said, no, I got it, Silky. Let me take care of the party. Oh, we was hooked up with this other dude, but I don't know if you remember when he took over for the party, one of the guys, I think his name started with a B. He was like, hey, we out of there. This dude came and swooped in, but he don't even know what he's getting himself into. So I'm assuming those are the men that are responsible for the robbery. We'll find out. I've never heard of this story before. I know I just said a lot about that part of the plot and Kevin Hart. Where do you agree or disagree on any of that, if any?
I'm really enjoying Kevin Hart. I like more so the roles where he gets to play against type, like the True Story situation with Wesley Snipes, or I think it was Fatherhood where he was a widow. I like when we don't when he has to push himself narratively and give a stronger performance. And I know with all of the caliber of actors we have here, he has to really meet them where they are. I was here for Lori Harvey looking fine as Lola Falana. She was giving what she needed to give. I was like, don't let her speak too much. It's the first role. Just keep it cute. And she did what needed to be done, and she looked good doing it. I'm scared for Chicken Man. I'm scared for Chicken Man because we know where he's going to end up because they showed us in the beginning, but I just feel like he's in over his head. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't see, they're just not welcoming to him all that much and kind of see him as a nuisance. And they're like going out of their way, as they should, to depict the Samuel L. Jackson, I think his name is Frank, and Terrence and all of them as like, you don't want to mess with these dudes. Yeah. They just seem really like a opposing figure. You do anything, you don't die. We gonna knock you out. We gonna shoot you. I'm like, he's not. He's more so trying to be on the business side and get in, but he's not built like that. I don't think he's a killer. Like I'm just worried for how he's going to end up in this situation. And as far as the robbery with Silky and the man saying that he's a patsy, I can see that. I'm interested to see how the dynamic unfolds at the party because I don't know. He didn't give me like high roller enough or Silky to come at somebody like Frank. Because when they make the montage and they're calling all of the dudes from different parts of different cities, it just looks like a gang. And I'm like, well, who is this man attached to? He doesn't give me leader. So if he isn't attached to like a main person, it must be he must have something up his sleeve or be bigger than what we think he is. But he just didn't look like that guy. So I'm wondering if he, the man who called Chicken Man a patsy, like he didn't look like nobody. I think he's connected to. So I think it'll be interesting to see who he's answering to. Is he answering to Silky? Is this like a setup situation? He's Chicken Man is a martyr. He's the patsy. So who's the main dude and who's in control of the operation? I want to see that.
I definitely want to see it too, and it's gonna get bloody. It's gonna be some stabbing and some shooting and a stabbing. Probably gonna get some hugging and a kissing and a hugging too. And I'm here for that. I definitely am. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know what's gonna happen because at the end of this, at the beginning and end, this is based on a true story, but some of this is, dramatized, just for entertainment's sake. And, I'm not mad at that as long as they're keeping it honest. And I really feel like they are. I can't wait to see more Frank because we was introduced to him blowing Chicken Man's head off at the very beginning, super aggressive. But up until that point, he was so cool, calm, and collective. When Terrence Howard, Mr. Cadillac, was in the house with Mr. Marvel, boss man, tearing up the place, and he was just in the car, just looking at the butterflies, in the tree or whatever. Hey, you want me to cut on some music? Oh, I like the quiet. Even when they approached the man in the stairwell that was trying to squeeze Chicken out of 50% of his earnings. That whole conversation. Yeah, Javier. You had Terrence Howard up on the step, with his shoulders out and his back all swole, with his cane. And
get it 50%, and get like you pay, you check in. Like I'm like, yo, in New York and Miami, why I gotta check in with you between New York and Atlanta?
Yes,
what?
greedy. That is greedy. And I like the way he tried to talk his way out of it. He was like, "Oh, if I don't say the right thing, my head is going to be on the wall right now." And he eased his way out of there because they was ready to kill him. They was ready to kill him. And so I have to know, man, what exactly happened to where Samuel Jackson, Frank, the grandfather boss man, went from cool, calm, and collective to like, "I'm going to rain hell down on your mama." You know what I'm saying?
Yes, they deserve it.
Yes, ma'am. I can't wait though. Don Cheadle. Let's talk about Don Cheadle. How you feeling about Detective Don Cheadle? Because the senator, I forgot it. We know who he is. I liked him.
Rodrigo Lee.
Thank you. I liked him in this. He was like, "Hey man, we need to let these people know that they have a black man on their side in the police force. You can't be." What was the word? What did Muhammad Ali say he was doing? It wasn't.
He said a lot.
Yeah, he did. Because they got into it. Overseer. He called him an overseer.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
He called him an overseer. And what's crazy is there's a lot of people in the community like that in the past and like that today. Mm-hmm. And they don't even see themselves like that. Do you think that was a light bulb moment for Don Cheadle's character to be like, you know what? I'm tripping. Mm-hmm. I need to get my act together and fight for the people or anything remotely close to that.
I don't think so. Not yet. I think he has good intentions, but I was just waiting. I was counting down the minutes. I was like, how long before somebody calls him an Uncle Tom? Because I feel it coming. It's coming. But I do like his character. He is a man of a certain age and a certain generation and kind of stuck in the in-between of wanting to see change and putting in the work. He thinks if he puts in the work as a black man in his job, he'll be able to maneuver in these spaces, not knowing that the higher ups are going to treat him like any other, out there on the street. They see you no different than the people that you may be arresting, innocent or not. So the fact that he's just expecting to get ahead because he's, excelling at his job. And we just know that that's not the world that he's living in. So whenever he has that revelation and that light bulb, I think we'll see him move a little bit different, but I don't think he's there yet. I think he's still giving overseer.
Yeah. I give you that. I also like the conversation between him and his wife, who we did not know that was his wife at first. She coming in like, "Hey, that police out there roughing up this man that I got in this folder right here. What's going on?" And will he be able to testify? I like that whole conversation. Yes. They calmed down. They did a little woosah. Is meatloaf okay? Yes. Okay, I'll see you home. I was like, what? that was cute. That was cute. I like that. I like that. I don't like it. I love it. Just to see that. They were pretty intimate. So was Kevin and Vivian. I constructive or not, most constructive. I like when I see black love on television, and it was tasteful. It wasn't raunchy either. I felt it was realistic and it didn't go over the top. I wasn't saying like, "Oh my gosh, why don't y'all have to put this in here?" You know what I'm saying? So that's all cool right there. And you mentioned it. We saw Miss, what is her name? The young Lori Harvey in this. Mm-hmm. Chloe Bailey is going to be popping up somewhere in this as well. Were you aware of that?
Yes, I saw her in the trailer.
Okay, I don't even remember seeing her in the trailer. It was so much going on. What about the episode is standing out to you that we haven't, talked about yet, if anything at all?
Let's see. I just really like the aspect of just the Black Vegas aspect of Chicken Man's his thought process as far as Atlanta is concerned, or even when Rodrigo's character, I guess he's the senator, he was speaking to Officer Hudson, and it was just like Atlanta has the power, or we're in the position to be greater than what we are. We're going to be this upwardly mobile Black city. Get with it or get behind. And it's like we're just kind of getting the foundation of what we see Atlanta get ready to become, and the whole thing with the emerging Black enterprise and Black Mecca, Atlanta, the Black Mecca situation. So I do like the undertones of kind of, I guess, what Atlanta was prior to that happening there. So I think we're going to be looking forward to that.
I like that. I love a true story, but I do like the fact that this is true. They decided to tell this story, but also add their own little flair to it just to make it that much better. And like I said earlier, they're being really, really honest about it. It seems like we don't get this type of content too often, and so, it always is, going to catch my eye. The closest thing to this was They Clone Tyrone. At least as far as the time period is concerned. And another thing about this, it just feels really natural and organic. And I know I said that in a lot of my videos, but this seems like a genuine period piece in the 70s. It doesn't feel like these are actors with costumes on. Not like a blaxploitation where things are a bit over exaggerated, which I don't mind. I do appreciate that, type of film. I do. But this is not that. This is just something different. Just a bit more subtle and toned down. Not that it needed to be. It's just it's just a different tone of beautiful Blackness. Go ahead.
I only felt blaxploitation at one time in the episode is when we did get the montage of the other bosses, and you have like Clifton Powell who's speaking, but it's gibberish, or they just kind of felt like caricatures, like it's Texas and you have the big, thick country Texas accent, or New Jersey. But that was the only time I felt like it kind of got into the exploitation or comic beat type area. But everything else just seems pretty standard and straightforward.
About that, real quick, with me living in Texas, us living in Texas, me, Dallas, you, Houston, every time somebody comes out of town, they're like, oh man, I just thought y'all was going to be all wearing cowboy hats. I thought y'all was all going to be on horses. I'm like, no, I mean, I know a handful of people that own a horse here in Dallas, but, we just don't be getting down like that. Tyra, have you ever owned a cowboy hat or owned a horse or ridden on a horse?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, I have.
Okay.
Yes, I don't own a horse, but I have family members who do, and I don't know any Texans that don't own a cowboy hat.
Okay. I don't know.
We don't
one.
wear out 24/7 or anything like that with boots. But when the rodeo comes around and stuff like that, then you put your stuff on.
I got you. I had a ton of them when I was a child, and it's been a minute for all that stuff right there. But guys, or Tara, is there any final thoughts before we head out of here, ma'am?
I'm just looking forward to seeing Chicken Man's process, because I feel like it just feels like he's kind of robbing Peter to pay Paul with the situation. We're trying to make stretch $1 out of 15 cents. I just want to see what happens, because it just feels like he's kind of in over his head, but he's really ambitious. So I'm just curious about his story.
I am excited. I'm excited. Tara, I believe Tara is going to be going live with a whole party panel of people Sunday, August the 8th, at a time that will be determined. And I will be there. It's going to be me. It's going to be Tara. It's going to be some other people too. So if y'all, and this is going to be on the first episode. It's going to be on the first 3. So I'm going to be there. Tara's going to be there. Come through, however you want to say it. We're going to have a good time. I do apologize if the beginning of this video was a little rough on my end. I was having some technical difficulties before we hit record, and I kind of got my mind a little clouded or whatever. But thank you guys for tuning in. We really do appreciate it. If you love what me and Tara had to say, you can follow both of us on social media. Our handles are on the screen, and her information is in the description box of this video. And like I said, man, where is your page at? Let me try to share this real quick. Oh, okay. Hold on. what's going on? I'm trying to, okay. I was going to share your page, but you know,
y'all see the name.
What is going on?
Y'all see the name. Go support you, please.
Hold on. I'm frustrated. There we go. I got it right.
I'm pulling it up.
Yeah, I'm pulling it up. Here we go. Bam. Follow her page. Struggle Reviews TV is going down. Help this sister reach 30K is going down. But guys, again, we just want to thank you so much for tuning in. And before you go, don't forget that I'm B. Avery. That's just my opinion. Peace out. And we'll see you next time.